welcome to the video today. So I'm fresh out of work. I'm on my way to the gym, but I figured I'd start the video now. So for this video, what I want to do while I'm vlogging throughout the day is talk about the camera equipment that I use to make my videos, editing software, things like that, because those are common questions that I get asked in the comment section quite frequently. And I know most of you guys probably know what I use, but there are some people that don't. So I wanted to answer the questions for the people that don't know.
I have a girlfriend.
Cameras that I use to shoot my videos with, right now I am shooting with the Canon 80D, but I've only been using it for less than a week now. But beforehand I was using the Canon 70D, which is the lower grade model from the camera that I'm shooting with now. The 80D obviously is going to be the upgraded version with a couple more features, higher pixels for pictures, but as far as videoing, it's pretty much going to be the same quality. Although I have read that it shoots better in low lighting, but that's primarily going to be dictated with what type of lens you use. Also, another camera that I use for convenience, since it's smaller, is the Sony a5100. I love that camera, but it does have a lot of flaws to it. One being it overheats after about 12 to 15 minutes of use, depending on the environment that you're using it in. But the primary camera that I'm going to be always using is the Canon 80D. Thank you. I appreciate it. That's a... Oh, check that car out. It's a badass car right there. Workout went great. Next part is the lenses that I use to film my videos. The lens that I'm using right now is a wide angle lens. It is the 10 to 22 millimeter lens, which allows me to get a wider view for when I'm doing videos or pictures. It has an f-stop of 3.5 to 4.5. It's not a great lens for a dark environment. It's gonna make the image or recording kind of soft or fuzzy, but for lighter environments it works really well. It also makes it easier to vlog with, so since you have the camera right here, you can get a whole picture instead of just your face. That's one of the main reasons why I do use it. Also, two other lenses that I use. This is also one of my other lenses that I use, and this is a 17 to 35 millimeter lens with image stabilization and an f-stop of 2.8. So this lens is going to shoot better in low light than the lens I'm using right now, but you're going to be restricted with a 17 millimeter view. But I do really love this lens. Also, the other lens. This is a standard kit lens. You have the option when you usually buy the 70D or 80D from an 18 to 55 millimeter or the 18 to 135 millimeter. I chose the 135 millimeter so I can get a further zoom for longer shots. Also, with the kit lens, it has a quiet autofocus. So whether I use an external mic or I don't use the external mic, you pretty much will not hear this autofocus. And this lens has become one of my favorite. It wasn't at first, but lately it has become one of my favorite lenses to use.
I have a girl now.
Alright, so I pulled over to this park and I've never actually been here. It's kind of hidden, but it is really nice looking. So a couple more things that I use. This backpack right here is super convenient. I love it. I bought this, I think around New Year's. Yeah, I bought it around New Year's, and I literally love this backpack. It's an in-case backpack which carries all your camera equipment. It has a pouch for a laptop, and it fits my 15-inch MacBook Pro. Also back here, we have all the compartments. So you have your DSLR right here. You got a little point and shoot or whatever camera you want to put in. And these are all interchangeable, so you can custom make these. These are little sticky Velcro things, and you can make it fit whatever you want to a degree. Obviously, it has to fit in here. But yeah, I literally love this backpack. It fits very well, it's very durable, and it's not huge. It's not a huge thing on my bag, so it's very convenient for me to carry all my equipment. The mic that I use for my DSLR is a Video Go mic. There's different options to use for an external mic. Rode makes the Pro model, which you have to use a 9-volt battery. I think, I'm almost positive you have to use a 9-volt battery for the mic to function. Then you have the shotgun mic. So the shotgun mic that sits on top of your DSLR, it typically gets the audio from whatever direction you point it in. The Go mic that I use doesn't use a battery. All you do is plug it into the mic and plug it into the input for the DSLR, and it's ready to go. There's horses right over here. This is the closest I've been to a horse, I think, in forever. So occasions like these, where there's horses and you can't get real close to them, I wish I had a 75 to 300 millimeter telephoto zoom lens so I can actually capture video or picture, making it look like I'm literally inches from the horse. But that's going to be a future upgrade. I don't need it necessarily right now, but I will definitely get it later. So the last thing we're going to talk about is the editing software that I do use, and that is Final Cut Pro X, which is Apple's editing software. It's a decent editing software. It's not great, it's decent. It does the trick, it does what it needs to do. It has a lot of features. Some of them are kind of corny. Some of the stuff I wish that it had, like a question that I get asked for my food challenges is why don't I put a timer on the bottom? MacBook Pro doesn't offer it, which kind of annoys me because it's such a simple thing to put in editing, and Final Cut Pro is supposed to compare to professional softwares like Adobe. So for me, I feel like it should have little things like that, but it doesn't. And it's not that it's a necessity for me. I just wish it had little features like that for this professional software. Now, I have thought about upgrading to Adobe Premiere. The only problem is that for Adobe, you have to pay monthly for that software. And for the time being, I don't need Adobe. I do love the features that Adobe offer, but it's not a necessity for me. Maybe in the future, I'll purchase it just to, practice on it, to do editing on it, to do the little tweaks that I like to do with editing, but that'll be sometime in the future. I just don't feel like paying monthly for editing software. All right, so we are done with this video. I am starving right now. I also have class, so I gotta eat, shower, get ready for class in about half an hour. I'm just around the corner from my house. But these are questions I get asked constantly. I know people are gonna keep asking these things. Whoops. But in the meantime, for the people that do view my channel, I hope it does answer the questions. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching as always, and I will see you guys in the next video.